Hi, Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. One of the most important things all coaches talk about to people of all skill levels is how to make a good bowling setup. So let's talk about some of the components today that can help you. It all starts with a good setup, because if you take a good athletic position in your stance, when you first get the bowling ball, step up in the approach and position yourself, everything works off that, a good solid setup position. So it's a pre-shot routine, isn't it? Making sure that you set up just the way you want to, not only laterally on the approach where you want to stand and where you're going to sight on the lane, but physically how you set up to begin your approach to the foul line. So you want to make sure you know right where you're going to go. You want to use those guides as a reference on the approach, the dots. The first set, 12 feet behind the foul line. If you're a four-step approacher, that's typically where you might stand. Make sure that you slide real close to the foul line too, by the way, folks. Don't try to slide 1 or 2 feet behind the line unless you're really, really good at controlling your ball off and your ball speed by doing that. Then what you want to do is set your feet where your feet are spread, perhaps 1 or 2 boards distance between your shoes. Some bowlers like to keep them together, but a little bit further apart gives you good balance. Put most of the weight on the foot that you're not going to step out on first, because then you can step away smoothly and not have to transfer weight and possibly jockey yourself out of good balance and out of position. Then flex your knees down slightly. Let your knees flex down or bend down slightly, maybe to make yourself an inch less taller. Tilt your body posture forward, maybe 10 degrees, and your tail out just a little bit, so your shoulders, the front part of your shoulders are over the kneecaps of your flexed bowling knees. And then that's a good position to start, because when you flex your knees, your big muscles get into play. That's what gives you automatic leverage and power while you're delivering the bowling ball. A lot of people like to set up in their finish position, right? And then begin their approach. So they just kind of walk to the foul line with their 2 legs and bowling arms swinging, not much movement, if any, with their upper body and their torso, and they're already in the position in the right elevation to release the ball with enough knee flex. So give that some thought if you're having trouble transitioning from the setup position to the slide position. Next, you want to place the bowling ball in your bowling hand, and you try to align the center of the bowling ball in front of your bowling elbow, and that should be in front of your bowling shoulder. And the closer the ball's to your body, the more relaxed your arm muscles are, because you're holding heavy weight closer in. It's easier to hold it. Further away you hold the ball, the tighter the muscles are. Kind of creates tension in your swing. Most bowlers like to hold the ball about waist level, but you can hold it low, knee level, or you could hold it high, up around your shoulder level, whatever you need to do. Typically, the higher you hold it, the longer the swing arc, and maybe it's easier to get a good deal of ball speed. That's personal preference. Some experimentation is necessary. Bowlers will change the setup and the way they hold the ball all the time based on particular lane condition. Your highly talented and highly skilled players will, for example. And any height you really hold the ball is all relative to the weight swinging the ball freely once you begin your swing. Try not to alter your posture as you're walking to the foul line. Keep it in the same as the setup position if you can, because maintaining the relationship of your shoulders above your knees throughout your walk to the foul line gives you good balance. You want to keep your head where your chin is at least shoulder level or slightly higher in your setup, and try to keep it all the way through, particularly when you're releasing the ball. A good steady rule of thumb, keep your head still all through your approach and release, okay? Your eyes should be focused aggressively on your target. Yeah, you want to send some good information back to your computer, so your brain can send the signal to your hand where you want the ball to go. So not only in your pre-shot routine, it's committing to your target as well. We always recommend you see a certified coach or bowling instructor if you have any questions about a good bowling setup. And while you're here today, take a few extra moments of time to browse our site from the wonderful extensive menu of products we have. And it's up to you. If you find something you'd like to purchase, hey, simply follow the easy-to-order online instructions. And remember, our store is always open. So thank you today for visiting us at bowlingball.com.